Hey guys, so finishing out the Reeve Supermans, and this movie sure went out with a Christopher Reeve as Superman sure went out with a bang. Get it? Because there's like nukes and stuff in this movie.
Ha!
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 No!
So, after how disappointing Superman 3 was compared to 2 and 1, Superman 4 could only get better, right? It can't make people descend even further into madness, right? There's a reason this movie is getting a funny bad review and not just a normal movie review. Superman?
I don't know, I'm still doing that.
Superman 4 is a movie. I think. I don't know. We literally just watched. It's bad. There are a whole lot of moments in this movie that are just so horrible. And if we had talked about every single one, we'd be here for hours. And also, we would have way more than just 10 clips, and it would just be horrible. So, basically, this movie picks up where you think it would pick up. Clark Kent is doing his Daily Planet thing and his Superman thing with Lois Lane. And Lex Luthor breaks out of prison again! And so just for some reason, there's a big message in this movie. There's a big message in this movie about nuclear weapons, and they're really trying to hammer this message in Superman 4.
It's really bad.
It is. But so people... There's a kid who writes a letter to Clark, or he writes a letter to Superman, and he's like, I don't like nukes. You'll do the right thing, right? Superman, like, gee, like, he doesn't have enough to worry about. Screw off. No, so now Clark is just, he's dealing with these thoughts about what to do with about this nuclear weapon situation. And then Lois comes over and he's just like, I gotta go get some air. And then we get this amazing scene.
Do you feel better? Clark? Clark, things aren't that bad! Clark!
So then Superman goes to a conference and he makes this announcement that I'm sure if this was in the real world would have gone over so well.
Effective immediately, I'm going to rid our planet of all nuclear weapons.
Everyone's just like, yeah!
Yeah! Get rid of all the nukes!
That's like, I'll agree to that. No one's questioning it.
Even Russia was in on like, they were like, yeah, I'll do that. Even North Korea, probably. I mean, what? I didn't say that. I don't want to start World War III with a joke. You know, like James Franco and Seth Rogen nearly did with a comedy movie.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Yeah, true. But so, Lex Luthor breaks into a museum, because that's like his big thing, is like breaking into museums. He does that all the frickin' time, actually, now that I think about it. But he steals a piece of Superman's hair.
Which is Superman's hair, and it's holding
10,000 pound
weight with his hair.
Mm-hmm.
And what master plan does he have to steal this super strong strand of
wire cutters.
his hair. Yes, wire cutters. He cuts it with wire cutters.
It's so bad. He takes them, he busts the window, which you'd think they'd have better security than that. But he busts the window, and he just cuts the one end that's holding the weight, and it falls.
Very anticlimactically. It's 1,000 pounds, and it just.
Then he just cuts it at the top, and then he's got Superman's hair. And he uses it, and he combines it with DNA to make Nuclear Man. Who, guess what his only weakness is? Because he was created by being attached to a nuke being thrown into the sun. So guess what his only weakness is? Not being in the sun.
Yeah, it's pretty instant, too.
As soon as he steps into the shade, he just has a freaking seizure and collapses into a pile.
Yep.
So literally all Superman has to do is throw him into the shade, and he wins. Woo! This is the best villain since Zod in Superman 2. But so we get this scene of Clark doing aerobics.
Clark, are you okay? Maybe I better sit this one out. Oh, are you sure? I mean, this would be great for your series on the young metropolis. Let's try it again. Come on, let's start. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Because that's what we want from Superman, right?
Honestly, best scene in the movie.
Yeah, really. Like, everyone's going like... And then meanwhile Clark is still just like that. Like, he just does not get with the program at all. And then this dude just he tries to get him to, like, do, like, workouts, and he's like, here, try this. And he hands him a weight, I don't actually know what it's called. But he hands him the weight.
I'm not going to help you.
He hands him the thing, and he doesn't tell him how much it weighs or that he's going to hand it to him. He's just like, here. And Clark just drops it. And then the dude's just like, no pain, no gain, and then walks away. It's like, that is like the definition of a douche move. But Clark does the same thing later to the same guy with an even heavier amount of weights on it. Like, you could have killed the guy, but sure. I guess if he was able to punch the one dude in Superman 2 and he didn't die, then I guess dropping a weight on another guy isn't gonna kill anyone, right? So, Superman finally meets, Lex meets Nuclear Man, and we already talked about it. Superman is gonna do an interview with Lois Lane.
You're tired, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're all over the place.
So Superman's gonna do an interview with Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and this other chick that just started working for the Daily Bugle. The Daily Bugle. Okay, it's Spider-Man now. The Daily Planet. I'm leaving that in. The Daily Planet. And, so... It's just... It's so great because Clark is trying to, like, go back and forth in between being Clark Kent and Superman. And he's about to get in the elevator with her, and then just this happens, and he does nothing to stop it. I call that clip Cart Kent. I'm very proud of myself for that. But so, Superman fights Nuclear Man. And it's about as crappy as I think green screen can get. Like, this took a step back. You'd think that the technology would get better with time. But no, the effects in Superman in 1978 were better than Superman 4 in like 1985, 86. But hey, Nuclear Man has some sweet fingernails.
I was so wishing he'd break one of those.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
This is breaking. Oh my god, my nail!
I can't fight you anymore, Superman! And then we get to, so Nuclear Man is just going and destroying crap, and then we get this great line delivery by the late great Christopher Reeve.
Don't do it, the people!
Like, he's a good actor, but that line delivery was just horrible. And then just a bunch of bullcrap happens. And we get the fight on the moon, which is, I think, is the most famous scene in this movie. Is the moon battle. And Clark, he's trying to save the world, and he gets buried, and then he does this. He takes the time when he's trying to save the world, and he decides to take the time to make sure to replant the flag on the moon. And then, so Nuclear Man goes and takes his girlfriend, not Lois Lane, but the other girl that likes Clark, and he pulls her out into space. She doesn't die, though, immediately, or suffocate, or explode, or freeze to death. Basically, she just doesn't do any of the things that would happen to you if you actually went into freaking space. But no, Superman defeats Nuclear Man, saves her, and takes her back to Earth. And then he freaking throws Nuclear Man's body into a nuclear reactor, and Nuclear Man just powered an entire city now. That's an actual scene they showed in the movie. He throws him into this nuclear reactor, and it shows all these buildings with the lights on, and the lights get even brighter. And that's how they showed the Nuclear Man is powering the city, and he's really powerful. Did I mention that I freaking hate this movie? But so we finally get to the ending. We get our speech. And Superman says this.
And there will be peace. There will be peace when the people of the world want it so badly that their governments will have no choice but to give it to them.
Like, bull crap. Tell that to North Korea.
I've just been having a dead stare this entire time.
Yeah. I'm sure the people of North Korea and probably some other countries like North Korea would like to have peace. But no. The leaders that are just so oppressive that they don't listen to the people. You're wrong, Superman. Well, so then he flies into space. We get the smile and wave, and then the movie's over. Alright, stop before you start before you turn into Star Wars. You ever notice that? How you sing the Superman theme song and then it slowly transitions into Star Wars because the music from both are so similar?
By the same composer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's both John Williams, so. But I mean, like, literally, you'll be sitting there singing Superman and then it'll turn into Star Wars. It's like. Dun da 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 and it sounds like it fits too, which is funny. So Superman 4. Let's talk about what works. It's always a delight to see Christopher Reeves as Superman. I still think he's the best on-screen portrayal of the character.
Because he looks like him.
Because he looks like him. He's so charismatic and funny. And, like, there's one moment in this movie that I legitimately do love, and it's when Superman stops the subway train, checks on the dude, and he's like, he'll be alright, he just needs a doctor. And then he looks at everyone and he's like, and the subway system is still one of the safest ways to travel. And then he leaves. That's such a Superman thing to do. And I even love when they do that in Superman Returns, when he catches the airplane in the baseball field, puts it down, and then he's just like, statistically, airplanes are still one of the safest ways to travel. So don't let this turn you off from flying. And then he flies away. It's like, that's a nice little Christopher Reeve moment. But other than that, everything else in this movie kind of sucks. The acting is pretty bad. By mostly everyone. Gene Hackman is pretty good still, but Gene Hackman is always good. The guy who plays Nuclear Man is just garbage. I don't really think Margot Kidder was ever really a great actress, but she's not very good in this either. The effects are way, way worse. The script is way, way worse. The story is way, way worse.
It's just a bad movie.
It's just a horrible movie.
It's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. It's probably the worst Superman movie. Like, everyone likes to say that Man of Steel was the worst Superman movie, or that Superman Returns was the worst Superman movie. Like,
oh, heck no.
No.
Heck no.
No. Because you know what? Superman Returns had a good story.
Those two look like gold compared to this one.
Superman Returns had a good story and good acting and good characters. It was just... It just didn't have quite enough action. And it had a little too much mopey Superman. And Man of Steel has its problems, but I still think that's the best Superman movie. Just my own opinion. This movie does not work on any level. Like, technically it fails because like the green screen and stuff and the direction in general is just really bad. Story-wise, it doesn't work. As a Superman movie, it doesn't work. It's so bad. Guys, don't watch it. I'm going to cut this review pretty short. Superman Returns as a movie, I'm going to give a D-. Just because there were a few redeeming factors in Christopher Reeve and Gene Hackman. Other than that, nothing. As a funny bad, I'm going to give it an A. I had a lot of fun watching this movie, making fun of it, honestly. There's some pretty cringy moments in this movie. Like, we barely scraped the surface with this video.
Yeah. See, this is probably
I'll
gonna be
let you
one of
have
the
the
moments
floor.
where we're gonna disagree a good amount. I think as a movie, it gets an F. It is horrible. I don't like it. It was pretty boring. It wasn't even.
Yeah.
It wasn't really well done. Everything about it was pretty bad. And as a funny bad, I think a B. So, a good amount.
Alright, yeah. This is like the first tired funny bad review I think we've done in a long time.
No, I was tired. You can tell when I'm tired because I'm just like
Yeah, you're just dead
What-
stare.
dead stare and way more quieter than before.
Anyways,
Or at other
guys,
times.
let us know in the comments what you think of Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.